Hi everyone, my name is Amy and this is the Reading Stitcher, and today I'm going to be doing my 2025 mid-year whip finish parade. And if you're new to the channel, this is where I talk about my cross stitch and sometimes some of my other hobbies like reading and video games. Today's just going to be hopefully a short video. And I still have a regular whip parade planned for the end of the month. But I thought that since I had some free time today and I'm up in the morning, which is a rarity for me, I'm usually an up all night type of person, I figured, hey, I should just show you guys all my finishes for this year so far. And one that I found that I realized I hadn't showed you yet. That's from 2021. If you haven't seen my previous finished extra Flosstube extra video, I typically finish my projects in scrapbook. So typically what I do is I just do something simple with dollar store supplies, and I just quickly go through this. And so I just quickly do a little bit of a mock-up with all my smalls here. Pretty basic. And it keeps my smalls from A, not getting finished, and B, just sitting around somewhere where they can get damaged or anything like that. So this is typically how I finish all my smalls. So this year I've had mostly small finishes. Some of them will definitely be going into that book, and some of them, especially my largest one, will be getting framed, and I haven't figured out quite yet how I'm going to do that. But I'm in a no-buy year, so I'm not really in a rush to buy any materials to do that. So I'll probably just do my small ones first, and then I will just keep kind of hoarding my stash here. So otherwise, if you see me looking off to the side here, it's because I have my laptop open with all the details for each project. So I can tell you guys, you know, the regular information plus how many stitches I did this year to get them finished. And I think I have pictures from the beginning of the year for each project, so I will try to remember to put those in so you guys can see how much progress was made to get to the finish. And I guess we'll just get started here. So the one the one finish that I found that I realized I hadn't shown you guys is kind of hidden away in one of my drawers, was one of my first ever finishes, and it was just like this. So it just says nerd, and it's got the TARDIS from Doctor Who, Pac-Man, Super Mario, and of course Pokemon. So this was one of the first projects I ever finished. I put a date here on the side so I know that I finished it in August of 2021. And from what I remember, this was a pattern, a free pattern in the nerdy cross stitch appreciation group, which I'm no longer a part of. And as far as I remember, they did like a yearly sale. So I was really happy with this. One of my first finishes, and it's on this really nice green fabric. And the idea with this one was to kind of make, I guess, one of those like foam board finishes, which I completely forgot about because I had hidden it away to be safe, and then I forgot about it. And I only recently got reminded of foam board finishes after watching In Stitches with Ebony, when she did her vlog style videos, and she finished her tiger on the foam board. So I'm going to be trying to finish a couple of these that way, I think. Yeah, so that was the one I'd forgotten about. And then, in no particular order, just in how they appear on my spreadsheet, I have my finishes for this year. So the first one is A Year in Silhouettes. I'll put a picture up here about where it was at the beginning of the year. And so this pattern is by Joan Elliott, and you might hear some clicks because I have to go a little bit weird the way that I've got my spreadsheet spread up here. So this is by Joan Elliott. This is on a 16 count sand dollars. Fabric by Be Stitch Me. Obviously I have not ironed it, and sorry, let's see if I can try and get this whole thing in here. There we go, that's a little bit better. So this is one of her shadow silhouettes pieces that I really enjoy, and I'll just do this so you can see that I've used a green variegated floss. This was a custom floss by Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and she is on Etsy. And when I bought this floss, I was so new to cross stitch that I wasn't able to figure out how much that I would need. So I ended up buying like 4 hanks, and I still have 3 hanks left over. So this will be used at another thing, but I really like the variegation on this and it was perfect on this fabric. So this is one of the pieces that will be getting framed. I don't know when that's going to be because I'm going to get it custom framed, and I haven't found anyone I trust just yet to do that. So if you live anywhere in Ontario and you know someone who does cross stitch framing, put it down in the comments. That'd be super helpful. I don't exactly trust going to Michael's, especially here, when they don't even have cross stitch stuff in the store. So and so that I worked on that through January to March this year, and it got 1,317 stitches to be finished on March 22nd this year. The next project that I finished was a recent finish, and you've probably seen it if you've watched my videos. So this is the Quaker du Japan by Jardin Prive. I'll put a picture up here where we were at the beginning of the year because it got a lot of progress. Quaker du Japan. So this is on a 25 count Lugana, just white. Let's see if I can get a good hit. Now, if I'd known better, I wouldn't have used this whole big fabric. I would have just used something a little easier to manage. But so this is on white Lugana, just with the called for colors in the DMC, and this was done 1/1, and progress it got worked on. Actually, that probably doesn't matter, but it got 5,623 stitches, and it was finished just recently on July 14th. That's a finish. So I'm really happy with this one. I've been doing what I can to keep it clean since it's on the white. This one I plan on framing myself. I just have to find a frame for it. And that will be the first thing that I frame by myself. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that works out. My next project is a Mill Hill. Oh, maybe. Oh, I'm missing it. 1 second. And I'm back. So I forgot that I'd left this downstairs. And this is a Mill Hill. Not finished yet. And I don't think there's a before picture for this one, but it is one of their ornaments. So this is the first Mill Hill that I've ever completed, and there's some mistakes in here with the beading on the direction and how I was supposed to do them. And this got 213 stitches this year to finish. I don't work on my smalls typically as much as my full coverage, so this took me an absurdly long time to finish, and I finished it on March 6th of this year. So I picked this one because of, and I'm not sure if it's focusing all that well, but I picked this one because of the dog in the sleigh. And so I'm going to be finishing this, and I really want to figure out a way that I can finish this. So I'll finish it like a normal ornament, and I plan on keeping this one and any other ornaments that I do in my scrapbook, but in such a way that I can, you know, remove them without damaging anything, and then put them on the tree like during Christmas. So that's my plan for this one. I have to figure out how I'm going to do that, but I'm sure I can. But then that way I can see them in my notebook, because I go through it every now and again. But then when it's not on the Christmas, and then when it's not in there, it's on the Christmas tree where everyone can see it. So the next one that I have finished is my baby Daenerys. And she is a recent finish, and she was by, I'll put the picture in here where it was the beginning of the year because it got a lot of work done, and it's by, and I'm so sorry, I'm going to say this name wrong, by Nadezhda Davlechina, and she's off Etsy. And as you can see, it's gorgeous. And I'm just realizing, I'm not sure if it's because of the sun and the awkward angles. I'm not getting the best lighting in here. But yeah, so it's a Game of Thrones pattern. Obviously Daenerys and her 3 dragons. And this is a gift for my friend who lives out in British Columbia because she likes Game of Thrones. So this got worked on a lot this year. The fabric is another just hand dyed by Rolanda off Etsy, and this is stitched in DMC on this is a 14 count, and I did 2/1, and there is some lots of back stitch on this, and then all the background swirls are half cross. Yeah. So I really like that. She was really easy, like once I got started, to make progress on, and throughout the year she got 7,118 stitches for a July 1st finish. The next one that I have here is a Pokemon Home Sweet Home. I'll put the picture up here where we were at the beginning of the year, and this is a free pattern by Lord Lividan, and I did this on a 14 count Smoky Ada, and it just says Home Sweet Home, and this is the Pokemon house. I'm gonna see if I can adjust this to get some better lighting. Is that too much? Turn it off. Maybe that's better. That's a little bit better. So this is on a Smoky 14 count Ada, 2/1 full cross, and this is a pattern from a Pokemon Red. Kind of dating myself there, but so Pokemon Red, and this is obviously Red Sprite, and then this is this house where you start off the game, and I would like to finish this and hang it. I'm thinking I might do the foam board with that, just to see if I like that. This would be an easy one to do it with. I have such big margins and stuff. So that one got 976 stitches this year for a finish on April 19th. And the last one that I have Actually, not the last one that I have. It looks like I'm missing maybe one more. So I'm gonna disturb the dog. He's right beside me. And I'm so sorry, love. He's just gonna hate me so much. I've gotta move him. He looks so comfy. I don't know if you guys can. You see him here? My other finish that I forgot is in that pile. So that means I need to move him to get to it, but he looks so comfy. I feel so bad whenever I have to move him. Okay, well, we'll do this one first because he's gonna make me feel bad. So this one is Tea Time Quaker. This is by Ink Circles, and it's on a 16 count peony bee stitch me fabric. This is where it was at the beginning of the year, and this is where we are now, and that's upside down. So as you can see, it's just a super small Quaker style. I love tea. I do not drink coffee at all. I don't really like the taste of it, but I drink all kinds of teas, different green teas and jasmines and black teas, obviously, for my regular stuff, but I also have like an assortment of tea leaves, so I really love it. So this got 2,325 stitches for a very unexpected finish this year on July 12th this year. You'll notice that about four, nearly 5 of these finishes are in July, and that is because the first kind of like semi-week of July I did a specific challenge in one of my groups, where in order to move up to being like a warrior in the group setting, you had to do 7,000 stitches in 7 days, which normally I would never have attempted if I'd been working, but I've been off for a little bit, just dealing with some stuff, so it's like, hey, I need to get my mind off some stuff, so I'll just try doing this challenge, and I did it. So, and with that came 3 to 4 finishes. All of these small projects that just didn't have a lot left, that I just was putting them on the wayside because I prefer my full coverage. So I'm so happy I got a bunch of those done. And if I can move him, he's just so cute sitting there, and he's so out of it. I'm gonna feel so bad. So sorry, love. I'm so sorry. Don't be mad at me. Where's... Oh, I'm so sorry. He's gonna get mad at me. Yes, I know. I think it's in this one. Yes, it is. I'm so sorry, love. There you go. You guys can see he's just looking at me now like, excuse you? You just wake me right up. I'm so sorry, love. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. You want to say hi to everyone? Or you two? Let me fix your ear. Yes, you have it. Anyway, sorry. I'm a bit of a... I mean, everyone does, but I love my pets, my babies. And now he thinks it's playtime. My other one likes to sit on my feet when I'm sitting at my table here, and he's a husky, but he's a bit of a lump. He doesn't like to do much. So this is a finish that you guys haven't seen as a finish yet, and this is an Owl 4 kit, and that's just the name. It's weird. I'll put the picture up here of where it was last time. It didn't need very many stitches to get to the finish, maybe a couple hundred. And this is a kit by Joy Sunday. My mom got it for me as a Christmas present the first year I started doing cross stitch, and obviously that was before we knew that they probably didn't have permission to use some of the art. So I have a whole bunch of kits from them, including 2 more owls, and I plan on doing all the 3 owls on this really nice fabric. Oh hey, my back's not that bad on this one. sorry, weird tangent. This is Succulent Fabric by Stitch Me. I have a ton of her fabric because I was in the fabric of the months a couple times for 16 count and 25 count. So this is the Owl 4. Just go up here so you guys can see it. And all I had to do was a few hundred stitches in the branch down here. Now, when I decided to start this in like the middle of this fabric, I thought he would be bigger. I thought that he was going to take up more space and that I could do the other two owls downwards. Now, looking at the side of him, I think I'm going to put the other 2 owls just here, like on the side, so it's horizontal instead of vertical. But I don't know what I'm going to do. There's still 2 more, so that means there's lots left to go on this. And he was obviously done with the kit stuff. I don't like the kit. I didn't like the kit fabric. That it was a 14 count that came with it. And I thought that the owls would pop really well on this green fabric, and they really do. I was very happy with it. I asked people on Facebook, like, what fabric should I use? And everyone was like, go with the green one. So I was super happy with that because I'm not good at picking fabric. Like, I'm not a good color matcher type person. And that got 3,593 stitches, and I finished it on July 19th. So that was all of my finishes so far this year. Now, I don't have a lot of smalls left after finishing all these ones. All my other projects, except for maybe 2 or 3, are fairly big, if they're not full coverage, and I think I have like 7 or 8 full coverages on the go. And then the long dog sampler that I have is very big, and I plan on starting more big stuff. So it's nice to get. I don't think I've ever had this many finishes like in succession ever. I think this year alone I've had more finishes than in probably the 5 years that I've been stitching in total. I'm not usually a finished person because I work on such big things. But so that was really, really fun. It was really cool to see them all come to, fruition. And honestly, when I put them, because I just store them all in here, just like in the top, and this is getting really bulky when I do that, so I'm gonna have to start finishing them. Because it's just like when I put them in here now, like it doesn't want to close. So yeah, so that was my finished parade, and that's just the mid-year. I'm not expecting any more finishes this year, so anything that comes after will just be my regular videos as well. And I will be doing the mid-year whip parade at the end of the month, so probably, let's see what the days are. Yeah, so probably next Wednesday or Thursday, because I'll have the house to myself. And until then, I hope that everybody has a really great week, that you enjoy everything that you're doing, and just stay happy. And I will talk to you guys all again soon. Bye.